here. Did you hear the one about the 3 CEOs who walked into a bar? A real live comedy act brought to you by these guys who see the funny in the money. Next.
No, I didn't hear it. What is it?
Tell you later.
All right, let me get back to what Eric started before the break. You know the joke? Did you hear the one about the 3 CEOs who walk into a bar?
No.
I'm going to let the 3 CEOs give the punchline to that joke. These guys are all part of a comedy sketch and are about to take the New York Comedy Festival by storm. Moore Holdings CEO David Moore, CB Richard Ellis Chairman Steve Siegel, and Stu Leonard, CEO of Stu Leonard's. Welcome, gentlemen, to the show.
Thank you.
You know, who said business wasn't funny?
You know, we got to make it funny now because there's not that much to laugh out from 9 to 5, so we got to make it funny at 5 o'clock and on. So
Stu Leonard, you and I we spend a lot of time on TV. You're a funny guy. What did you put this group together? I have a hunch you put it together.
Blame David.
David, what brought you 3 together? Did you all do comedy separately?
No. What we have is I actually started doing comedy about 8 or 9 years ago. Kind of my version of, I don't know, doing triathlons without the carbo loading or something, I don't know. But I started doing some stand-up comedy, and then a few years ago I had this idea that there are other CEOs who are funny guys, who are smart and, you know, can make people laugh, and they should try to join me on stage and try their hand at stand-up comedy. So we've had a few versions of the show. This year we're featured in the New York Comedy Festival, and Steve and Stu are 2 of the 3 CEOs on Thursday night that are going to be trying their hand at stand-up comedy.
So, Steve, I mean, you can go make $1 billion deal with a board, but are you nervous about going up on stage and trying to be funny?
I think I'm more nervous about that than I am about making $1 billion deal.
Yeah.
The reason it's a good time to be funny is the real estate business for the last 2 years has been anything but.
It's been a joke, man.
So this could be the start of something big for me.
You know, you guys ought to recruit Roger Ailes. You know, if you ever heard him give a speech,
He's very funny, but picture him up on stage.
He's very funny and good on the timing aspect of it as well. Now,
Says one of his employees, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
Great
seriously.
assault.
Yeah, no, not brown nosing or anything.
Sure.
Seriously.
I never did that
But you know
either.
what? That's what's sort of cool about doing this, because instead of just being like CEO and talking like that, it's been a challenge to try to make some of the stories, and that's what I'm going to do, is just tell stories from our food store, try to make them a little funny.
Man,
Is that what you do? Is there an act? I mean, do you guys work your time?
I wrote my own stuff from memory, and I was worried, actually, David and I were worried that the room wouldn't be full, and I told them because of the real estate business, it'll be full on just the people I owe money to.
All right, give us your best one, David. Come on.
Well, you know, you were talking about jobs before, and I actually, when I was walking over here, it is tough, which people think it's a recovery now, but I don't think so. I saw somebody outside just before with a sign that said, we'll diversify your portfolio for food. So it is still tough here on Park Avenue and 49th Street.
Dude, what if you get a bunch of heckling going on? Are you prepared for someone to poke a hole in everything you say?
Well, fortunately, it's sold out for tomorrow night, and they're all of our friends. I think we bought most of the tickets, didn't we?
They're split up, though.
Yeah.
I brought 6 of my property management guys to take
See, I have to deal with 2 hecklers all day, every day.
Cody's not good at jokes at all.
See? You see what I'm talking about? That's heckling right there.
That is.
I highly recommend, if it's not an open bar, you may consider an open bar before the show.
We are much funnier.
6:30, I start drinking.
Eric, we are much funnier after the 2-drink minimum, I can assure you that. So,
Now, is this for charity, or are you guys really, is real estate really that bad, Steve?
See, now that's funny, Rebecca.
I'm the comedian on the show.
This one's for charity, the next one I'm getting paid.
Actually, we've done the show a few times. Again, we have not done it a few times, but I've hosted the show where I brought other CEOs on stage. Carl Icahn did the show a few years ago, and a few others have done it. But we give the door to charity. Caroline's, it's a Caroline's on Broadway, and they're gracious enough to allow that to be part of this year, part of the Comedy Festival. The Mayor's Fund to Advance New York, their Learn to Swim program is what's getting all the money from the door tomorrow night. So,
real quick, anyone CEO, anyone in the business world that we wouldn't think is funny is really funny. Present company excluded.
Well, you know who I laughed hard at was Mitch Modell did it one year.
Yeah, I know.
And he talked about when the Yankees were ahead beating the Red Sox, he was buying all these shirts that said World Series champs on it, and he said he was stuck with all these shirts, so he was talking about making fire logs out of them and doing all sorts of things. I just talked to him now with the Yankees doing so well. He just is buying shirts like crazy again.
Good.
So we might have him back on.
He'll have some more fire logs shortly.
Any CEO will just
John Tisch is doing the show tomorrow night also. He's out of town today, but and he's a very funny guy. Some people, are like, is Steve Siegel really going to be that funny? Is John Tisch really going to be funny? They're all going to be great tomorrow night. So
I would never have thought Carl Icahn would be funny. He's hysterical.
He's not.
Really?
I don't buy that.
He really is.
Is he really funny?
He talks about the people he's crushed. And like,
That's good. I'd like to see him roasted.
Guys, thank you all very much. David Moore, Steven Siegel, and Stu Leonard. And too bad it's sold out. I don't know if I tell our viewers to go buy tickets.
sold out, really, literally jammed up. Can't get a seat.
Wow.
There'll probably be a couple of seats if the Yankees don't win tonight. There may be a few seats available tomorrow
Eric?
night if there's a seventh game. But
Maybe you could trade
But
some
most of us hope not. So.
Eric
Yeah,
could trade his World
scalper.
Series tickets for that tomorrow night.
I'd love to see a CEO bomb, though, Adam.
Well, you might see one. Come tomorrow night.
I'd like to see
All
Rupert
right.
instead of Roger up there. That
Yeah.
would be funny.
All right, break a leg, guys, at the Comedy Show.
Thank you,
Seriously.
thank
you.
At least you have quite the day job to fall back on.
Those guys.
Yeah. Hopefully us too. On tap, we'll check in at the hottest spot on the web, foxbusiness.com/happy hour live. If you're not already there, well, you don't know what you're missing.
We're going to be treaterfying you guys and stuff on tap.